I literally came back here just to build. I thought that I had cleaned this area completely up so I could just get started, but as you can see, it's not clean. And I don't have no choice but to try to clean it. Now, I only had a 2-hour time limit, and cleaning it kind of takes away some of my time. So I'm gonna try to do a quick little rake up just so I can get a good spot to work in, because everything else can be blowed, but I need that spot right there. This is where I want to build the wood shed at, right here. So let me get started, I guess. Ain't got no choice. Hey guys, I'm officially Fran, and today we're building a shelter for our firewood. This way we can get some of this wood from around our yard and get it under cover so it can dry out and we can use it around the farm. It's not cold out here, but my legs are cold. So I'm gonna put my snow pants on so I can be warm. I don't know why my legs cold, but the rest of me not cold. We're gonna make a quick adjustment and then get to work. I needed the pockets anyway. Now, even though I sped this up so that you didn't have to sit and watch me rake, I really was mad that I had to rake this. And I tell you, I hate raking. But by the time I get this thing all built, I go back and I clean this up. So just remember what this looks like so that you can see how I really did go over there, clean up, rake everything up over there to make it look so much better. And in the end, I was so happy to finally get this corner cleaned up. Not just build the wood shelter, but actually clean this corner of our yard up. Over the 3 years, we have taken on each little piece trying to clean stuff up. And it really takes a lot when you just have to clean up something that's been there for a while, even when it comes to just being leaves or just being branches. But I'm glad I did it. I'm ready to go in the house. I'm ready to go in the house and lay down. Okay. I'm tired. All right. So, here's the plan. So the plan is to take the pallets and make a C shape out of them. I don't know if I need a floor, but what we're going to do is take the pallets and set them up and see how it's going to work out. First of all, I don't know what I was talking about. I did need a floor because I wanted to get the wood off of the ground. In the end, I ended up using 7 pallets, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, 2 on the ground, and then 1 at the very far end of the back, making it into an open rectangle shape, or like I said, a C shape. Now, I really didn't want the wood shelter to be, I'm going to say that's vertical, to reach into it the long way. But on this day, I set it up this way, and then when I came back the next day and changed the orientation of it. If I put a roof on it like it is, it's going to be low. So when I go in it, I have to go like this. I don't like bending down when I go inside of these spaces where animals could be resting at. I like to be standing up so I can run. And I can't run away when I'm down here. So now I got to figure out how to get this taller so that I can put some kind of roofing over it. And I'm thinking about that. So I'm going to move these pallets around while I think about it. I decided to do some work while I think, because there was no need of me just standing around. Because in the end, I had only planned to be out here for 2 hours. So I needed to get to work. I also decided to take this piece of tin to see if it was going to be long enough for my roofing, just to make sure, because again, I am using all products that are already around here on the farm. I know what I'm going to do, y'all. Okay, we're going to unload this wood and we're going to get back to it. And I'm going to show y'all my Jimmy rig process that I'm about to do. That's too tall. Okay. need my chair. Hold on. Ooh-wee. Oh. Okay. So the plan is to take those posts. I'm gonna do 2 in the back, 2 in the front. I need my roof to be at a pitch so that water can come off of it. And since this is next to the garden, if I pitch that roof, we can catch that rainwater and use it for water in the garden.
So I pull out my Ryobi post hole digger and get to digging these holes. Listen, this Ryobi post hole digger has to be my best purchase for last year, 2024. We have dug so many holes around the property, and this battery powered post hole digger was perfect. The one thing is, with a gas post hole digger, I would not have been able to do it by myself. Trying to get it started and then get it in the hole, it just would have been too much. But this cordless one, and it has been strong enough to get through, light rocks and the clay. We have pretty good soil, so it hasn't been a problem. My biggest problem has been hitting roots. And even then, I just pull it back out, wiggle it back and forth, and kind of break the roots up, and then just go back to digging. But I'm telling y'all, if you get a chance to get one of these Ryobi post hole diggers, get one. This video is not sponsored. I wish it was. Ryobi, if you quit playing and come on and help a girl out.
And another thing is, when you putting posts in the ground, you don't always have to put cement in those holes to hold those posts. If you pack that dirt down in there good, it will hold those posts. When you're doing it this way without cement, you only put a little bit of dirt in at a time and you pack it. A little bit, pack it. It's going to be real strong. Okay, so 1 in, 3 to go.
Now right here, I'm just checking to make sure that when I dig my next hole for the post, that it's going to fit that pallet in tight, because I'll be screwing those pallets into the post, the bottom pallets into the side pallets. Everything is going to be screwed into each other. So second pole in, and hubby made it home from work just in time to give me a hand or come back there and see what kind of mess I done got myself into today. On to the next step. So I decided to put some landscape fabric down so that I didn't have to worry about weeds growing up through the bottom of the pallets. Don't nobody have time to be out there weeding up under a stack of wood. And just in case the stuff grew up, I just didn't want to have to deal with it. Now I'm fitting my bottom pallets into place to make sure that everything is, going good, because I'm building this as I go. And then it was screwing those bottom pallets in now before I put the back side or the front side in. And now I'm fitting the front or whatever side that is. I'm fitting that in and getting ready to dig that third hole. And just like that, look at how easy it is to dig with that Ryobi, y'all. I'm tired though. That thing be moving you around. But just like that, we 3 holes in, and we're going to just have 1 more hole to go. But unfortunately, I lost battery, so I did not get the last part of this install. So you miss me digging the 4th hole, standing everything up and screwing it together. But no worries, because that was the end of my 2 hours basically, and it was time for me to basically clean up a little bit and come back to this the next day. Here we are on day 2. A complete change in the weather. We got sun shining. It's a little bit warmer out there. And I started off by using some scrap wood, again, from around the farm, and connecting those 4 posts together, creating a base for me to put this metal roofing on here with. So now I'm just going back and forth, trying to get the roofing pieces to fit, kind of moving them around and figuring out which one needs to go where. These pieces were scrap pieces, again, that was already here. We haven't purchased anything new for this build at all. We're just going through the piles of stuff that are around the yard already. As you can see, I ended up changing the design and moving those 2 pallets from around that front side where I have the ladder at, and placing the pallet over on the end. This way, I only use 2, 4, 6 pallets instead of 7, making it open on the front so I can just reach in as opposed to the long way. I don't know why I didn't think of this on the first day, but fresh eyes, fresh ideas. So now I'm just getting all of the panels nailed down. And as you can see under the bottom there, I'm going to need to find another piece of wood to put through the middle there to make sure that that roof is held down, not just on the ends, but also in the middle, and to make sure that it can handle the snow in the wintertime. I don't think it'll be a problem, but I know there's a piece of wood around here, and at some point I'll find it and just put it inside of there, and then I'll be able to get up on the roof to actually screw it down across that middle. Without that middle beam there, I didn't want to take a chance of getting up there and my big butt falling through the middle of that roof. I almost forgot the slope. So after I put the framing around the 4 posts, I was able to figure out just about how much I wanted it to slope. There's no mathematics that I did. I just put the 4 posts up and angled them down a little bit. Then I came back with my chainsaw and cut the back posts off just a little that I needed in order to make that slope. I left a little overhang in the front and an overhang on the one side. The other side, the panel is actually longer, so I have to come back, cut that one side panel, and then cut my panel across the back, and then it will really be completed. Then I'll be able to put my gutter on to catch the rainwater, but I won't actually be using a gutter. I'll probably use a 5 or a 6-inch piece of PVC pipe, and then I'll cut probably a third of that pipe off and hang it up. And by using the PVC pipe instead of the gutter, it'll catch the water better. I just like using the PVC pipe on stuff like this instead of going out and buying gutter. Now, just like the first day, I gave myself a time limit, and I was going to spend 3 to 4 hours back there today working on this because I also wanted to clean up. Putting the roof on took me about an hour, so I decided to get the wood stacked in there out of the way so I could go ahead and rake and everything because it was such a nice day. I'm really happy with how this has turned out. This was not a hard project. It was a very affordable project because I used all of the stuff that was in the yard. We did buy those pallets from the feed store, and they were $2 a piece. So those 6 pallets, $12. But other than that, everything else we already had. It was such a nice day. I wanted to keep going. So as I put the wood away, I was just thinking about all of the different things that this shed could have been used for. I could easily have made this into a barbecue area, a sitting area, just all the different things. Once you have those pallets, they're like free framing for everything. Once I got the roof on, I ended day 2 because it actually started raining and came back on day 3. And on this day, it was just a cleanup day. And as you can see in the background, I also have 2 extra posts that I put up back there. Now, we put those posts up to put a little wire fencing around that area because the creek is right there, as well as the other side of the neighbor's yard. And our dog, when he comes back there, he likes to run into the neighbor's yard. So I spent this day just getting all those leaves into a nice burn pile because it was also supposed to rain again that evening. So I figured it'd be a good day to get this stuff cleaned up, get that burning going. That way, when it starts to rain, it can put the fire out for me and I wouldn't have to worry about it. And look at the area, y'all. Now, it's really going to look good when it's all cleaned up, when there's no leaves. But you can see there is a big difference. I am so happy with that wood shed. And that's just one of the wood sheds that I've been wanting to try building. So let's do a real quick recap. I used 6 pallets, 2 at the back, 2 on the ground, and 2 on each end. I used 3 pieces of metal roofing that we had around the farm, as well as 4 posts and some scrap wood to frame in the 4 posts for the roof to hang on. And that was it. That's an entire wood shed in a nutshell with a slope to catch the rainwater. Here's a before picture of the area. And here's an after picture. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this build. Thanks for watching. Officially Fran, and bye-bye for now.